What's up, nerds? My name is Tyler Salt. Thank you for joining us here on SpeedGaming Prime for Game 1 of the Link to the Past Randomizer Open League Season 5 Finals between WinFox 470 of Farm Friends and Sin of Great Name Pending. Once again, this is Tyler Salt. I'm joined in the booth by my good friend Radical Sniper 99. Jesse, how are you?
Doing great. Yeah, we got the start of both final series today. Right now, starting momentarily, we're going to have this Open League start, and then only 3 hours from now, right here as well, we'll have Game 1 of the Invitational Finals, also a Pseudo Boots Cross Keys.
Yeah, so all Pseudo Boots Cross Keys all day today here on Speed Gaming Prime. We've got Lady Laura Linda and Plumeria Knight behind the scenes hitting buttons for you. This is going to be a fun matchup between these two runners. Over the course of the league, only have lost only one Cross Keys match this entire season, and that was a WinFox in round 2 of the playoffs. So should be a really good race here to kick off this finals matchup.
Yeah, to get us here today, what we've had is start with Great Name Pending. They were the 5 seed in the Open League playoffs on the Dark World side.
Now, bombs right away. You love that.
Yeah. They took down But We're Buddies in a 5-game series. Then the Boing Boing Boingers 3-1. In the conference semis, to actually get that Final Four spot, they beat Spoiler Luck 3-2. And then in the conference finals, they swept Saha's Kids. So that was their journey over on Farm Friends' side. They had a first-round bye, being one of our division winners in the Light World. They took down Crystal Roller Crew 3-1, followed by a 5-game series win 3-2 over the Kabuki Hundo Activist Department. And then finally, in the conference finals, they took down Amish Paradise 3-1.
Yeah, so this is we got a dueling standard kind of Cross Keys opens here. I was surprised neither of them took those bombs in Link's house and opened the Light World Hype Cave entrance, but that's okay. We can do that later. Pretty standard opening here to hop up, check the into the Whirlpool, check the Magic Shop, and get this Useless Fairy drop down where we see the Uncle today, and then do a Houlihan and to pop back out at Link's house. Pretty classic Cross Keys opener here.
Yeah, still very much the meta of this mode. I'll say not my favorite start of Cross Keys, but I understand why a lot of people choose to do this.
Yeah, having the money early is nice. It gets, this is the Ganon's, the Ganon hole notwithstanding, this is the most out of the way drop down to check. And this is a nice way to just kind of get it out of the way. You'll usually follow this up if you're following the standard opening with the with a Hyrule Castle play to knock out that and the Uncle drop all at once. But Sin making me a liar right away and is going to check out the Lake Hylia stuff first.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see where that Sanctuary start is going to be. Wind is going
Right.
that more traditional route here.
Yeah, so
that
let's
was
talk
what
about
bumper at the Lake Hylia Fortune Teller.
Okay, that's a good one to keep a track of. A lot of and there's the Smiths there, the Lake Hylia shop. A lot of these early checks, we get a bombs on the tree pole. It's really nice. Finding something like Bumper Cave, like Spike Cave, like Hammer Pegs, or rather not Hammer Pegs, like Mimic Cave early on is always tricky to remember to come back to those things. We see Ice Palace over at the Light World trees there by Eastern Palace, and we saw Ganon at Uncle today.
Yeah, nice little start to know that we do have Ganon already. Sinhi going with the bomb purchase over at Saha. And we do have Sanctuary, yeah, in Lost Woods.
Yeah, nice place for that for sure. Can knock out Back of Escape real quick. Using a bomb there because, of course, with Pseudo Boots, we can only run. We can't do anything other of things that Boots do.
There's some things we can do.
Yeah, there are a couple. There's like a couple bonks that you can do.
Well, I wasn't going to talk about the bonks. I would say the big things. We still have spin speed.
Yep, we can still item dash as well.
Yep. Item dashing and spin speed are still good. I think you can water walk.
I don't think you can water walk.
I don't remember. I don't think it's something I set up often in this mode anyway.
Yeah, it's not like you've got the it's not like you've got the automatic like Ice Rod Cave at Ice Rod Cave to run along the gap to be able to water walk to Zora. You know, you got to get lucky for that to happen.
Odd and Eastern. Was that our 5/6s?
That looks like it.
At the end of that talk with our buddy the bomb vendor.
So far, absolutely nothing of note to be found in this seed. Just a whole bunch of crap so far. We'll see when the items start showing up here. Sin's going to do the Hyrule Castle stuff, and we see Magic Bat at Sank. Sin giving us a great MSU too. The Game Boy Zelda medley or whatever it's called is really solid.
Yeah, good old Link's Awakening, great one. I think it might also be listed as like the GBC Zelda.
Yeah, because it's got some stuff from the Oracles as well in there. All right, Mini Moldorm Cave. What do you have for us? 20 rupees, 3 bombs, a piece of heart. Ugh. Big key to Turtle Rock, and the other boot. The real boot.
The real boots.
Hey, all right. So Suda Boots, nice knowing you. We don't care anymore.
I don't know if it was nice knowing them. I was kind of joking earlier today that like today's the last day of Suda Boots.
Maybe ever. We'll see.
Yeah.
Ooh, Magic Shop at Bonk Rocks. That's a nice place for that. Nice to get back to. Ooh, as Sin finds East Death Mountain.
Yeah, that was our connector at the back of the Lost Woods.
Yeah, which
the
Windfox did not follow.
Yeah. Then you're just gonna have to tank that damage eventually.
What is happening to Suda Boots? They just might not be back. Nothing's happening to them per se.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Sin not punished for not finding those boots early. Finds the library over on East Death Mountain, but just 3 bombs on there.
Yeah, it really is just the fact that the 2 Pseudo Boots games are scheduled for today. And none of the other race modes use this flag set, so good chance this could be our last day of Pseudo Boots as part of the League Season 5.
Ooh, there's Castle Tower 1 in a vanilla well. And a sword. All right, if you like the CrossFit tourney, as we've been calling it, the Casual Boots Cross Keys tourney, that's what we've got now. Ooh, a hook shot in the dam. Let's go. Opening up the rest of that mountain. Windfox following the Super Bunny connector right away, and rather than going through the rest of the CAC. That's an interesting choice. But I suppose it's it's pretty easy to get back to here with the with Sank at Lost Woods. So
yeah, it's definitely not a bad Sank location.
Yeah.
I think if you were at Useless Ferry or even Vanilla Sank, I'd be a little less tempted to want to make this kind of call.
Yeah.
But with it being only at only in Lost Woods, like this isn't a terrible idea.
No, and this is a frustrating connector to find. It's one way, but you do get 2 items out of it. They were crap, but that's fine. And it is totally useless.
Yeah, that connector's not great either. We do see the main Hyrule Castle entrance over on Death Mountain Descent, though, as well as nothing on top of Spec Rock with Pals of Darkness inside Spec Rock. Looks like, are we going to see some early Mimic clipping?
Interesting. I've seen some Mimic clips lately. You know, if you are fast at it, then go for it. If it's going to cost you... Oh, hey, Pod has its own big key. Thanks, Pod. Mimic clipping feels like it's the sort of thing that can go very slowly and very bad very quickly. And so, like, it's and Sin is not interested in that, so he's out.
Yeah, definitely one of those things that you look at a lot with your pseudo boots or your cross keys runners. Meanwhile, Windfox does find where the mountain start point is. Old Man down at Light Archery Game.
That's pretty good.
And also
Hookshot Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice find. That's gonna be good for Sin, who will be able to check that on his first trip through Kakariko.
One thing we haven't seen yet is the Old Man rescue. This is our last opportunity, and it does look like here it is.
Yeah. Could have been a Hera, which would have been unfortunate, but we do get that here, and then Sin will be able to save and quit back down to... Oh, interesting. He fell in a pit. Gotta be careful here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oof. Definitely something I would say I'm done with for now. And yep, there you go. There's the save and quit. Gonna just say pass at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. Here's Paradox Cave for Windfox. Nice little double bomb strat. That was fun. Ooh, another sword in Paradox Cave, but that's really the only thing of much note.
Yeah, I would say that the fact that, you know, Sinhi found a way up the mountain and was able to get that hookshot early while not, like, doesn't seem like a big deal, I think is going to be a nice little piece in comparison to what Windfox has gotten so far. And I feel like Windfox might be less likely to start, you know, to follow that connector up on Death Mountain or up to Death Mountain.
And where was that connector up to Death Mountain again?
Back of Lost Woods.
Oh, okay. So Windfox probably checked that but didn't go through it.
Correct.
Yeah, so which is a totally reasonable thing, right? Like chasing connectors early on in cross keys can be a bit of a fool's errand, especially if they send you, say, to the Dark World or to a Mitts locked entrance. Here's Windfox going to try a hover here, having found the real boots. One attempt, no good.
I wonder how much you go for this. I mean, I'm gonna try again. Like,
I'm not a hoverer. I'm not consistent at it by any stretch of the imagination. I would give this 2 tries, I think. And then you just say I don't. And then you just say I don't got it. So does not have it today.
And deciding also not to go through this connector right now.
Yeah, same sort of thing. Like, obviously, Windfox is playing conservative with the connectors, not chasing them early. Well, I mean, with the notable exception of the Super Bunny one, I guess that had items in it, so that makes sense. But you know, pretty standard to not chase connectors super early because you don't want to get stuck somewhere you can't get out, you can't get back from. But it's very easy in cross keys to be chased somewhere else, you know, to keep following chains, and then those you forget about those early. You might forget about those early connectors and not get back to them.
Now the big thing here is Windfox finding the East TR entrance with the big chest, and without the hook shot, not gonna be able to get that. He's gonna go for the bomb jump. This is a very tricky bomb jump. Not an easy one to pull off. But Sinhi's gonna be able to get that really easily. Like, has this key already.
And Windfox is not trying, like, Windfox can knows that he can bonk to clip through the rail. He is trying to bomb jump to the chest, which is a very, which is the trickier bomb jump. I was just looking at the setup for this the other day. You have to be in the wall a little bit to get across this gap.
Yeah, like it's very comparable to the spec rock
hover.
bomb jump.
Yeah, very similar.
But like it's a similar in concept, but even more tricky, I guess, to pull off would be the way to put it.
Yes. And there's the hover. Nice job, Windfox. 4 3 bombs.
We get the Desert Palace main entrance there at Sick Kid. And yeah, while Windfox does not know that this is in logic from what we know as a commentary pair, it is available.
Yes, from that hook shot. And there's the hammer.
Logical hammer, folks.
Got an ask in chat for the teammates of these runners on Farm Friends. The teammates are Tabby Cat and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna.
Yeah, Tabby is their casual boots player, as Scruff is the power pendant and thus the pseudo mystery in a sense.
And then on Great Name Pending, Sin is joined by Abreve and Top Life.
There is currently no schedule for those two games yet. This was the only game that was put on the schedule so far. And we get Tower of Hera is green pendant. I did miss that, I think, when Sinhi had made that check.
Yes. Sin gets the hammer there and is going to Death Warp out. We got a small key to pod on Windfox's side, so he'll be able to do a little bit more in pod when he makes his way up the mountain and finds that.
Well, I would say I guarantee Wind is going to go for the mimic clip.
Absolutely.
Knowing him. Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen enough of Wind to know like he will go for that play to hit it.
I mean, you know, we've already seen a couple hover attempts. You know, not afraid of these kind of small logic breaks for sure. Sin is gonna see that there's just a piece of heart on race game today. As Windfox shows us desert for the first time.
Yeah, Cindy didn't even go for this check, even with those boots. I don't disagree with it because unfortunately it's a connector that you really don't like to have to kind of go around.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to go through these entrances for sure.
And like, if you go through and it's a dead end, you're kind of stuck. And in this case, Wind is actually going to take the Death Warp even.
Yeah, not interested in the rest of Desert Palace at the moment. Sin's going to show us the rest of Hookshot Cave here. Gets the powder in chest 1, 10 arrows. A small key to pod. That's good.
There's our second already, as well as having the big key. And then big money with that 300 rupees.
Two keys is enough to get a lot of stuff in pod.
And that connects over to the laser bridge entrance.
All right, so another thing to file away for when we find the mirror.
Say, when we get the mirror, Death Mountain just completely opens up. This isn't even just like a little bit. Everything is really there. And yes, and he's going back for Paradox now. And probably going to take a Paradox exit.
Yeah,
One of the other things we didn't see from Wind.
Yeah, Windfox did the bomb jump and went back to the Moldorm exit. So we'll see if Cinny here takes the middle exit or the block exit. Probably the middle exit first, not having the mirror.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of mid first here. because we will be locked out if we go out the bottom. And Wind is back into Desert immediately after finishing out the rest of CAC. So for Wind, this is the play right now. You know, go through
Yeah.
these. I will say both of our runners good shape money-wise for this early.
Yep.
Apparently that was our Sandcart. And oh, there is a Desert West actually leading up to Floating Island.
It's a good one to have early on. Unfortunately, without the mirror, there's a limited amount of stuff that we can do in here. There's Waterfall Ferry, which Windfox cannot do with the Super Bunny, we cannot do with Bunny State. Here is Hyrule Castle East up here on Duck Mountain as well. Did we see a Hyrule Castle entrance in Logic that neither of our runners took earlier?
No, I have not.
this is our
I don't
first
have
one.
any Hyrule Castle entrances tracked on my end. Parabottom
Oh, good, you're tracking. Thank God.
Yes. Parabottom actually leading us to the DDM Bridge.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting to take care of. Plumeri and I one of our trackers is saying that we did see Hyrule Main at Hyrule Castle at Mountain Descent.
Oh, yes, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, no worries.
You kind of miss those letters.
Yeah.
Even when you track your map.
All right, so no Hyrule Castle small key. We'll see what Windfox decides to do. Not really actually not a big deal because Sank is behind. We've already done the back escape, so we don't really care about the Hyrule Castle small key.
Yeah, the one thing I will point out is Windfox is currently in Dark World Hyrule Castle. So if he wants to go for that Dark Cross, it's going to be really quite scary. As
that's a good
snakes
point.
and rats are going to be of the Dark World variant instead of normal.
Yeah, and without a lamp, that makes that pretty tricky.
Yeah, the dashes with Master Sword will not kill those enemies right now. They have more health than the Master Sword deals. And they will do 2 hearts of damage. So not real safe. Maybe Wind goes out the exit and finds his way up to Death Mountain instead and does it Light World variant, but hard to say. I will also say we were talking about this a little bit earlier in the pre-game. Hyrule Castle was definitely a big factor in the conference finals for Farm Friends and Windfox. So, you know, not playing a factor here today given the early finds.
Yeah, given the fact that Sank was early in that race, the Hyrule Castle small key was at Zora, and Windfox found it, and Danny Music did not, and that ended up locking the Swamp Small in the back of Escape, which would normally have been behind the GT climb.
Well,
which was
the big piece there was the fact that, yeah, that Swamp Small in the back, but then also Wind stole the key.
Yeah. And abandoned Zelda Cell and did the back of Escape instead.
Yeah. So no gambles today, though.
Nope. Windfox did take the Death Warp. Gonna check this main entrance. This is gonna be good, but put him up on the mountain.
Yeah, the only issue here for Wind is he's not
have the hook shot.
You're right. He didn't get to start on East Death Mountain to get his hook.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But he does find Pod here, so we'll see. And he's got 1 key, unfortunately.
Yeah, not 2. There's another pod key banging around out there.
Yeah, on Hookshot Cave, unfortunately. Sinhi is going to give us the fake flipper for now.
I don't know that I like the fake flipper here without a glove and without the moon pearl.
I was going to say without the pearl, I'm kind of a little less sure of this play.
Without the glove, just because the glove is what would glove or flippers puts Zora in Logic. But you're right that the bigger thing is without the moon pearl, you can't do a water walk in the waterfall cave. You can check it anyway, but if it's something important, you might you won't be able to actually go in there and check anything because you'll be swimming. Windfox is going to set up for the mimic clip here. Actually, gonna it looks like maybe gonna potion camera unlock instead. That's a safer choice. Looks like that's gonna work fine.
Then you having to be a little careful there, avoiding the crab. We also find out that the waterfall fairy is not required.
All right, well that's good.
So yeah, nothing lost or gained, although we do see a small key on Zora Ledge,
Oh,
and
boy.
unfortunately, Sinhi without the items to get it. No bow, no Samaria, no red rang. These are all kind of like the nice little tricks and ways to set up for a splash deletion, and we just don't have them.
Yeah, so that small key is going to be sitting there for a while. We'll see whether it ends up being important, where those flippers are, and whether Windfox is able to do a splash lead on the way. Get a shield. Not even a scam, though. That shield sold from King Zora at retail.
Yeah. Well, one retail sense, you know.
Yeah,
There's
well,
a
I mean,
freebie in the vanilla game.
there is a freebie, but you can buy it for 500 rupees, too.
Now, we're going to see what Windfox is doing here. He's setting up, interestingly, on some of his movement. Okay, I thought this is what we're seeing. He is going to skip out on Stalfos Basement for now.
I do not like this at all.
This is a scary play.
Yeah, I don't like this with just one key. I think you just get Stalfos Basement and you don't try for it. But we'll see. I think that was Swamp Palace down at Desert Ferry.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, we're talking mainly about this from a key logic perspective. One key opens that front door and gives you that Stalfos Basement. And I don't think Wind is going to go and do a second loop of right side to go to Stalfos Basement. If that is something super necessary or required in the early game, there's a good chance he skips it completely for now.
Yeah, nothing in the Rupee Basement. We are going to get a hammer jump here with the big key. So you get more items this way for sure.
Yes.
But and some of them are in logic, right? Windfox doesn't know that, but there is a second pod key out there which puts the Turtle Room and Dark Basement in logic, I believe. But everything back here otherwise. Here in the dark maze, and the big chest is locked by either 5 or 6 small keys, depending on where they are.
Yeah, and we've seen plenty of races turn on that decision to skip Stalfos Basement.
Yep. And Windfox is going to have to set up a tricky death warp here.
Yeah, he has a ton of health to burn through right now. And yeah, I mean, you're going to need the help of the Kadangos, and he kills one of them too. Oh no.
Yeah. This is such a feels so bad. There's got a good fire there, lines up, he's going to get it. Oh, he's one short, drops a bomb, we're good.
We'll see if he goes back in, but I have to assume this is the conclusion to this route. Like, yep, he's out of pod. So
I would
yeah,
say
I see a lot of discussion about, which do you do there? Do you go to the back for all those extra items, or go for the Stalfos Basement? It's hard because like that start is just so important.
Yeah, it's tough.
So Sinhi finishing up that Super Bunny connector, finding out how worthless it is. Windfox is going to still finish up these checks on the mountain. He's going to rescue the old man with that sword. Unfortunately, Sinhi taking the death earlier trying to do this. Trying to think where... So Windfox has got to clean up these couple of entrances on the mountain. Sinhi maybe taking a desert entrance?
That seems like a reasonable play from Sinhi at this point.
Desert Palace
here at all.
Ooh, slick little hammer dash.
That was nice.
300 rupees off the old man, and there's the back of desert.
Ooh. We do have the big key. Or no, yes, we do have the big key for desert, but no fire source.
Fire, yeah. Unfortunate there that we cannot take down a boss already. About to say, where's Windfox going? But I think this is going to be the DDM checks on West Death Mountain. No.
Back into Hyrule Castle.
Yep.
Not doing Dark Cross, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Like, you have an easy way to set up that Death Warp now. And there's our connector into Dark World. Or some of the proper Dark World stuff. We did get a scout of Turtle Rock. That was Quake for entry into TR.
So the big question at this stage of the game: when is Windfox going to follow that Lost Wood, or that connector up in the Lost Woods log entrance that will get him over to East Death Mountain to find that hook shot?
Yeah. Sinhe cleaning up some of Hyrule Castle now. Does remember, hey, I know where this leads. I want to be back on Death Mountain.
Yeah, easy way to do this.
And yeah, this is just like, this is a returning, tying up loose ends. Really smart heads up play here.
Yep.
Now, Windfox is going to be cleaning up some of the area that we saw earlier from Sinhe. Sinhe's first check was eastern area, so this is new information for Wind. I don't believe we got anything really great out of here. I think Bomb Vendor was...
No.
Yeah,
the bomb shop was over here.
So good intel, but nothing in terms of item density.
All right, there's the old man rescue for Sinhe.
See if maybe we can get a check of the Spike Cave and Dark Death Mountain Descent Cave, or Dark Death Mountain Cave.
Isn't he gonna steal the desert small key here?
Ooh, okay. This one's...
I personally, this is not a play that I do.
I'm on your side on this one.
Yeah, it feels very risky to me.
I mean, what I think is going to happen here is at least clear out the rest of these checks in on Death Mountain. Maybe check the DDM stuff, save and quit. So could see a potential save scum. Yeah, I can't imagine we don't see a scum here from Sinhe.
All right, Sinhe with 2 small keys gonna be able to show us Stalfos basement nice and easy without much risk here.
Yeah, like this play now. I really am a fan of this kind of style on it. It gets the desert big, so
even more pushing him back to Desert Palace. Flip Heel making a good point, right? That you can always grab it because you can decide to not use it, or save coming. That makes sense.
There's the save for Windfox. Only a compass in Stalfos basement.
Never punished.
No, there is no key locking. Logic, the best way always to describe logic, it assumes that even if you do the quote-unquote stupidest thing possible, the game will not punish you indefinitely. I mean,
you know, you won't lock your game, right? It will still remain beatable. It will definitely punish you.
Yes.
If that Desert Small is somewhere dumb, you're gonna feel pretty punished.
Yeah. Watch that be your 7th crystal, and you have to find that key, and it's behind GT Climb or something.
I have put myself in pod small key go mode in cross keys way too many times, doing dumb things with keys. So yeah,
never soft locked, always punished.
Always punished. All right, Windfox giving us our first look into Turtle Rock. We've got 2 Turtle Rock small keys already. We can be able to get the Lava Chest. Lava Chest is still locked by all 4 TR smalls, but it is free to get. Logically, it's locked by all 4, but we can get it for free.
Yeah. Best way to look at TR in this mode is you want at least 1 key because you can do just an amazing amount with that 1 key.
Yeah.
2 is always pretty safe. Very rarely will you need 3 or 4 keys in this mode.
Yeah, especially considering that you can get a key here from this pokey for free. Neither runner has been to Chain Chomps yet, I imagine. Oh, and there's our a glove in Lava Chest. Oh, boy.
4 small key locked glove. Wow.
Interesting. Why didn't he do this when he found TR Big Chest? That's a good question. I don't know.
I think it was partly because of the fact that we got the hammer out of Roller.
Yeah.
Like, you got so much better stuff to do. That'd be my guess.
Oh, and there's the Moon Pearl!
And
TR with the goods today.
Here's the good thing for WinFox is he found the stuff. There's Dark World access. The bad thing, it sends you further from a hook.
Farther away from that hook shot. But still gotta feel good. Those TR checks, man. I feel like they always they have. If you find early middle TR access, that stuff it's just always gold in there, in my experience.
Yep. Spike or Crystal Roller Room and Chomp's Room, 2 of the most underappreciated chests in Cross Keys.
Yeah,
very
they
minimal
are
required for them to be in Logic, so be aware of those 2 locations.
Yeah, and it's frustrating too because you said it. Not a whole lot is required for them to be in Logic, but they are very time consuming to get to.
Worst case for any seed when it comes to cross keys, or like, it doesn't matter what key it is the key that you are searching for last.
I mean, it's the same, they're the same keys that would get you in a regular Key Sanity seed, right? The Thieves Town small, the Swamp small, a Castle Tower. There's a lamp. Ooh, that's tough. WinFox had the big key when he was in Desert and forgot about that chest.
But yeah, the way you can look at cross keys is I always consider this in kind of like a multi-phase setup. The start of the game is very much you go in, you're searching entrances, you're seeing if you can get anything. About midpoint of the race is when you get into a very heavy I can do everything mode.
Yeah.
If I find something, I'm clearing it. And then you get to the end game. And the end game's the scary portion of this mode. Where it's just,
agreed.
I'm 1 item from go mode, and where is it? A key, an item, and there's just no idea where it is.
Yeah,
like,
you've done.
That is hard.
You've done all of. Okay, so here is the.
I like the setup of the Death Warp.
Yep. So you get the scum. Hookshot is over on East Death Mountain, which is accessible through.
Oh no!
Oh no! All right, so you gotta go check that immediately. Luckily, that's plausible from Desert Palace. But yeah, you have to check that right away in order to preserve this scum. Yes, the hookshot is on East Death Mountain, which is accessible through a connector in the Lost Woods, which Cine followed, but WinFox did not.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a long run for Sinhi, but you can't just count on this shovel mattering.
Yeah, and the entrance could be worse for sure.
Swamp Palace works that after you find the dam and drain it once, it is drained forever. We do see that we have Crystal Ice and Pendant Mire. And we do not need that shovel check.
Okay.
So we are going to reset.
All right, our first save and quit to the old man. We found the old man himself south of Kakariko Village. We're going to check this dark entrance as well, see where our other save and quit location starts. And the back of old man is going to let us out at the Dark World Potion Shop.
Great
which is,
position.
It's out of the way, but it is going to be one thing that's going to let you, once Cine finds the Moon Pearl and the glove, take care of Catfish really easily, and also a nice hook shot over to the Graveyard Ledge area.
And I think this is a play back to... So clearly this is back to the mountain. This could be for... Skull Woods is on this right side.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
we don't have any... We don't have actually any small keys. My bad.
Yeah, so we won't be able to do that.
We are checking the dark entrances, though. I like it.
Uh,
That is the Old Man Rescue.
Land mowing logic with that lamp, too. Which
And I think that's the other piece that Cindy's going for, is the first boss kill.
Yeah, we'll see. We do not know whether this is a crystal or a pendant here. We know 2 pendants, though. Tower Hera is our green. We know that from Saha, and then we found the Misery map, the Misery Mire map. The Misery map, Mire.
It is a miserable dungeon at times.
Yeah. So odds are this is a crystal. There's only 1 more pendant outstanding.
Windfox back on Dark Death Mountain, gonna give us a look at that Hookshot Cave entrance, and it's Thieves Town.
Ooh, 4 items here. Ice Big, always nice to find before you go into Ice Palace.
Yeah, I mean, if we get fire anytime soon now, if we get that Fire Rod or that Bombos Medallion, there's pretty much a full clearable Ice Palace at this point.
Good boy. The Hammer Landmo, which is a tricky fight. Hammer does tempered sword damage, but it can be
Nice
difficult to
double
hit
spin.
these. Can be difficult to hit these worms on the head with the hammer. Sword beams doing work in this fight too.
Yeah, the sword beams and sword slashes from Master Sword are both only fighter sword, though. So the spins are better if you can get them. But nicely done. As Windfox also gets another compass, and we get the map to Hyrule Castle, but a crystal.
Hey, crystal number 1 for Sinhian Great Name pending in the 41st minute. Windfox found absolutely nothing in the front of Thebes, so gonna death warp out.
I will say the finding of an Ice Palace Big Key is nice.
That's true. That's true. Not nothing, you know. But if we're gonna give this a like a hype cave style ranking, I would say it's maybe a 1 out of 8, 2 out of 8.
I was gonna say a 2 out of 10. So yeah,
Freebies from the Waterfall Fairy.
and they're not even good ones.
Aww.
Here comes Dark Cross.
Now we've got the lamp, so very straightforward here.
Yeah, complete easy mode of Dark Cross at this point.
Sinhi with that second TR small from the Hyrule Castle map chest. We'll see when he decides to make a dip in there. Of course, hiding our glove and our moon pearl. Do you think that's probably the mitts logically, right? In lava chest, considering that it's behind 4 TR smalls.
Yeah, I mean, looking at our map right now, the fact that one of our Hyrule Castle entrances splits us out at Bumper Cave,
Mm-hmm.
I think that is that or the back of Old Man leading to Dark Potion Shop was meant to be our logical Dark World access.
Yeah.
And we're going to find either 2 more TR smalls, but I think more likely we're finding the glove elsewhere.
Yeah, that seems the most reasonable thing. Oh, one of our, let's see, the Windfox gave us our GT Big Key in, that was in Dark Cross.
That is going to be a lot of checks for GT. Wind does have a GT small, so that's not too bad.
Has the hammer, and the hook shot's available. So we'll see if and when Windfox makes his way back over there.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I'm Wind, though, right now, like, I'm not worrying about a connector.
No, certainly not. Got Dark World access. You can do way more stuff. So, it could be quite a long time. Might find a connector up to Tower Hera, or Light World Death Mountain. Always possible.
But I think the other side of that is if I find a connector, I don't know if I want to chase it while I'm in Dark World. Or like if I get spit out on Dark Death or like Light Death Mountain, I might not even say follow it.
Yeah, it depends on where it is, right?
Yeah.
If the connector's in like Village of Outcasts, then yeah, sure. Or it's at Hype Cave or something like that. That is easy to get back to. But you're absolutely right. Now, Windfox does have most of the things. Nice hammer to finish there.
Yeah, good finish up there. It was going a little bit rough, I thought, at the start, but good cleanup from Wind on that Landmo kill.
And gets Crystal #1 for Farm Friends, just 3 minutes behind Sinhees for Great Name Pending.
And this is going to be those 2 Dark Death Mountain checks that I had mentioned earlier.
I bet this is where Windfox is going as well.
He might be looking also at cleanup of that pod check he skipped.
Oh boy.
Good old Spiral Cave, everybody's least favorite entrance in this mode. Wind's going to be able to get that one.
That's true. Windfox will not. Or Windfox will. Sinhe will not. Is that
Sinhe
true?
can. It's just,
yeah. If you fall down, you get Super Bunny. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sinhe could go back for it, and it looks like that's the plan.
Yeah. You know, if you can make it through, which is non-trivial.
Well, 6 hearts, I feel pretty good about his chances.
Yeah, but you know, could go really like, you know, I guess presumably you're only taking 1 heart of damage from each enemy, or maybe even a half from
half
some
for
of
the for the blue jellies, 1 heart for the Moldorms.
Oh, then you're fine. Something would have to go extremely poorly in order for that to go south. So.
Technically, this is not a. There's some logic behind Spiral Cave because of all the enemies. Like even traversing this as a bunny is usually a little less considered, but yeah, not a big deal. So there's the damage, and there's Windfox just blowing right by him. Being able to run is so nice.
Ooh, and it is a big key to Swamp Palace.
We are getting the tools for Swamp. We know where Swamp is. We're missing a small key and the flippers.
And the dam, for that matter.
Oh, no, we had the dam.
No, we found the dam. That's right. The dam is where the hook shot was, over on East Seth Mountain.
On the good news side, that means Windfox will not dive Swamp without a hook shot.
That's true.
But there's that mountain start for Sinhe back in the Kakariko. We'll see. This could be TR now for Sinhe. Like, I don't see many other options here. Yep, this is TR.
All right. So Sinhe will more than likely get both his glove and his moon pearl from this dip.
And really, you know, just behind a few checks of Dark World, but I would say not even that bad of a situation, just given the hook shot.
No, I still think advantage Sinhe at this point because of that hook shot and because how much Windfox has rather than checking that connector in the Lost Woods. There's so much game for Windfox to go play and clear before checking that connector that would have to find something real helpful in order to make up this difference. Nope. Small key to Thieves Town there.
Yeah, I think the big thing that could really help Wind here is a mirror that kind of sends him towards that floating island check again.
Yeah.
You know, puts him back out of Desert West to be on floating island, and then that kind of sends him to make these Death Mountain checks.
Yeah, that or the mirror would also potentially allow him to mirror to that connector after doing some Skull Woods stuff.
That, or even the idea that he goes back up to regular Death Mountain and checks out...
Oh, checks out the Hera entrance. It goes that way, yeah. So yeah, I agree. Then mirror is the saving grace here for Windfox. Needs to find it soon. As Sinhe gets his glove from Lava Chest, Moon Pearl from Chain Chomps, and is death warping out and gonna join Windfox in the Dark World.
And we do get a one dig game for just $50.
And Windfox is going to run back over the other way. Going to take that hammer, go check out Eastern Dark World.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not huge on the Eastern Dark World here is, unfortunately, we No flippers, so Dark Shopping Mall's going to be a little bad. And I always hate the decision here of whether or not you go up to Quakefish or over to Pod. Because it's kind of an either-or play. Running out of Pod and running out of Quakefish for the other is not fun.
I tell you what, for me, it's a no-brainer. You go to Pod because I hate Pyramid Ledge. Hate it. My least favorite check in the game. I'm always going to skip it.
Sinhi, very observant here, remembering I've got 2 chests right here. Let's check these, and then we'll go into Thieves, because for all I know, I'm going to get the Thieves big. We don't, but it was worthwhile check.
Windfox finding the back of the old man cave here. Cindy getting his Ice Palace big key and a whole bunch of compasses in the front of Thieves Town.
I don't know if this is a purposeful Death Warp setup, or we're just going to see a save and quit out of here from Cindy. I don't think there's really any reason to stay on Death Mountain.
No, I think without the mirror, you probably just save and quit out of here. But maybe set up the Death Warp. Well, no, because you'd be hoping you find the mirror, so... The catfish today has just $20. And Windfox is going to run out.
He could drop down from this ledge down to Hyrule Castle East entrance and then take that over to the bumper ledge. That might be a little bit more efficient, so we'll see. But no, we're going to get the save and quit. Okay.
Just save quit. You know, with Sank in Lost Woods, it's pretty easy to get back to the portal and start your Dark World there, or just here at Link's house and go to Hype Cave first. By the way, Windfox is walking out of Catfish, which just had junk, 20 rupees, and is going to be running down to Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not have Flippers. Flippers really cleans up this side of the Dark Worlds, allowing you to do, like...
Dark Shopping Mall first, and then the Whirlpool up to Catfish.
Yep, and then run down for Pod area. So we do not have that option today, so... Windfox making the best of a bad situation here, really.
Can't even Splashly over to Dark Shopping Mall.
I mean, if you are that risky of a person, I applaud your gumption.
Oh, for the fake flippering and yeah, they can be tough. Ooh, there's Johnny Two Bombs over here at Dark Flute 5. Let's see what he's got. Got a blue cane for us. The Fire Rod. Interesting. And the flute. Johnny Two Bombs helping us out today.
We are having an actual Hype Cave hype day. So
amazing.
Very nice. You know, we said that flute, or the flute's a good item to have for sure. It's not enough to get wind over to start thinking about West Death or East Death Mountain right now. But combine that with a mirror and it just looks that much better. Like, that's what he needs, is both of those tools.
Yeah, needs the mirror for sure here. There's that Thieves Town small for Sinhi. Can mirror not be required? Oh, sure. Yeah, totally. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you might not need in Cross Keys. The only thing
Mitts is another infamous tool we might not need.
Yeah, Mitts doesn't lock a whole lot. Ooh, as we find Misery Mire there on Windfox's side at the pod entrance. Yeesh.
And I'm kind of surprised he's not going to take a time on this. It's a pendant. Like, no, I don't want to go back there.
I don't want to go back there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you go and do the 6 items you can get.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
But I think, yeah, we're going to get Death Mountain Ascent here. Probably Wind has the powder out, so I think this is a reminder. Go to Sank and check Magic Bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Mire was a crystal, I love the decision to wait a little bit more. But the fact that it's a pendant tells me, like, do this now.
When are you going to... And it's at, like, maybe the least convenient entrance in the game, in the pod entrance.
Pod entrance is terrible in Cross Keys. Like, we're talking about don't exit from this area. I'm saying I don't even want to go to this area to begin with.
Yeah. Ooh, Zinhi setting up a water walk.
Real smart here.
Yeah,
This
very
is the way
heads
to
up.
get Dark Shopping Mall.
Preliminary, I believe there's nothing at Archer Game.
Yeah, I don't recall anything there either. Good setup there from Sinhi. Gonna have to be a little careful here, avoiding all the ice patches and the bomber birds, but nicely done so far.
Yep. And we'll be able to get these Dark Shopping Mall checks. Little out of logic here. Nice to hop back into the water for the iframes there.
Yeah. Real smart. Well done.
Sinhi has his wits about him today. Lots of heads up plays. Really in it today.
Yeah, this shows experience on, the play style. We do find Aga Tower though. We don't need it.
Well, we might need it. We'll see. We don't need to beat it.
Well, we can get everything we could care about here.
Pod small 3.
Sinhi can get both of the checks in Castle Tower. So this is the cleared Castle Tower after this.
And a big key to Eastern Palace. That is hard required. Need that.
Yep.
Windfox, with that fire rod, we've got a full clearable ice palace here for you. And it's a crystal.
And has all the small keys already, so this is going to be easy to route. I was about to say I was a little concerned due to his lack of a hook shot. But
yeah,
with the small keys, he's in good shape.
You're totally fine. You can just turn right in the big spike room, and you're good. Oh, just misses the bomb kill. Here's Tower of Hera on Sinhi's side. I don't believe that we've seen this.
No, nobody's been able to reach Dark Shopping Mall, and there's another big key. This out of logic Dark Shopping Mall play turning up huge as we get the Hera big key for Hera.
All right, why not? Is this even cross keys? Sometimes, and we got all the keys here. We have the small key too, so we can do Hera Basement.
Now we do know we're not getting our flippers here.
Yes,
but
plenty of other stuff could be here.
Such great stuff.
If the mirror is in here, that is real bad news for Windfox. Just 20 rupees in the big chest. Bottle number 3 in the compass chest.
Now, Tyler, are you doing the basement here as well?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yep.
Like, I don't see a way you can skip it right now.
No, you've got the small key was early. You're here out of logic. It's a Dark Shopping Mall. You don't want to come back. You do the basement 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Even people that hate the basement are going to do the basement here.
Nice double bomb setup there in Pen Gators.
And the green pendant on Moldorm, we knew that.
We knew that. I might have forgotten it.
I think I did too. But we do know it. We did know it. Saha told us. Yep, and Sinhi is going in for the basement. Nice little coffee break here, coming up on an hour in. So far, these Skullwoods big keys, the only thing of note that we found in Ice Palace.
Yeah, and what we know is that based on the fact that we've got Hookshot, we've got all the keys, this is in logic without Samaria completely.
Yes, totally.
And here begins the Death Warp setup for Sinhi.
Yeah, again, really heads up. Sinhi has been, all the details have been working for Sinhi so far today. Just don't get hit by a mini Moldorm.
Well, we got blue mail, so they're down to half.
Oh, that's
it's
right.
okay.
Oh, okay. All right, we're good. Hard to tell with that sprite.
Yep.
Just 10 arrows in the basement. We death warp away.
Yeah, and the reason we're still death warping out of here, even finding Castle Tower and Hera here, we did have a spec rock entrance at the last one here at Dark Shopping Mall. So this is one connector as well for Sinhi.
All right. We had nothing in Ice Tea. So that is 5 checks down for Ice Palace.
And let's out at Ice Palace. So the spec rock connectors, not really important today. There's our bow.
There's a bow in Freezor room. That is good news. Need one of those for sure.
And we get to turn into the green pendant. Just a heart container.
Saha, very grateful for returning his family heirloom. Just gives you a big kiss on the lips. Send he back into Desert Palace. Oh, that hammer dash strat is so good. I'm stealing that. Windfox not screwing around here with Master Sword Cold Stare. Going to spend a blue potion to get those Fire Rod shots back. They do Gold Sword damage to pull down the life of these pups. Couple hammer hits to finish it off. And there's a Cold Stare down for Windfox. Crystal number 2, 50 rupees. So the bow, really the only thing of note here in Ice Palace.
Yeah, and both of our runners, or each of our runners, having one piece of the Eastern Palace puzzle now.
Right. Where was that Eastern big?
That was in Hera.
Okay. So
or Castle Tower.
Oh, that's right. It was in
the shopping mall.
It was in Dark Shopping Mall at any rate.
Yeah.
So
he had to be a little careful there. Tracker's keeping us honest here, keeping me honest.
Thank goodness, really. We are an hour into this race. Let's reset a little bit. My name is Tyler Salt, joined in the booth by Jesse, Radical Sniper 99. We've got Lady Lore Linda and Plumeria Knight on tracking. This is game 1 of the Link to the Past Randomizer Open League Season 5 Finals between Farm Friends and Great Name Pending. We are playing Sudaboots Cross Keys between Windfox 470 on the left side of your screen and Z Sinhi on the right side of your screen. We're having a great time here. The big question outstanding so far in this seed is, when is Windfox going to check the connector that is at the top of the Lost Woods that leads over to Eastern Death Mountain and is hiding the hook shot? So that is going to be a big question here. Windfox found that connector very early on, did not follow it, and Sin did. And here's another thing that Windfox didn't do, is go into Misery Mire.
Yeah, we were saying this is a good play to make here. We know that this is Pendant Mire. I feel like this is the play you make. You clear this out.
Yeah, now, it's at the pod entrance. You have no keys, so the Firelock chests are not in logic. And you can't get the big chest, obviously, but you can get the other 6. You can get the other, those Firelock chests are available, so you can get 6 items out of here.
Yeah.
And it's at the pod entrance, so it's a huge pain in the butt to get to.
Back of Skull Woods not leading to anything today, and I think we had a nice Skull Woods layout even.
Yeah, I think so.
This was the connector, so connector to the back. No soft locks today. Oh, and so Sinhi's gonna skip the spike chest for the moment.
Yeah, just gonna come back to that a little bit later. with only 3 hearts, and you could use Burna to get that, but you are thinking about, well, now you got a fairy. So maybe
and
thinking
there was
about
nothing
death
we were
warping out.
doing. It's not like we were going to be able to spooky or anything, so not a big deal.
Yeah.
We got our map of Turtle Rock, so that's some information for Windfox available. Is that our 3rd Turtle Rock small now? As well as there's the big key to thieves.
Skull Woods with the goods today. Well, some of the goods, at least.
Yeah.
There's that guaranteed small key. Nice of Sydney to stream at a frame rate, allowing us to see the shaking there. And it's the OK Boomerang. Totally worth it. Let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Plumeria Knight heads up on the logic because we see TR is a crystal. That 3rd small key for TR being in Skull Woods in the Dark World. There's our 4th one. So our glove is in Lava Chest, which is logically locked by 4 TR smalls, which we have now, but 2 of those were inaccessible without the Moon Pearl. And so
we are in logic now on that glove.
We are in logic, yeah. So that could be our first glove.
Yeah. A shocker of all shockers, we have 4 TR smalls. That's the desert small.
The glove is not glove locked.
Exactly. Those 2 TR smalls we got out of Mire and Skull Woods are not locked by gloves. We have ways to them in logic with our hammer and hook shot. So, or just hammer even. Like, so no issues on the logic at all.
Doot doot.
We'll see if so. Sinhe's going for the flute. This is ice. Already pulling out the fire rod. And this is going to be big because it gives him the bow.
Yeah, the bow, like, obviously is required. Not doing a whole lot for us yet. We haven't found Eastern... Oh, I was about to say, we haven't found Eastern
And
Palace.
that's why it's huge.
Not great for Windfox finding this before getting that big key to Eastern Palace, which is at Castle Tower, locked by the flippers.
And watch the flippers be here and be a logical double dip. Like, that's the scenario I'm just picturing on this one.
Yeah.
Did Windfox open the big chest of Skull?
Yeah, it was nothing.
Okay, he did. Good. Heads up, picking up the magic there. Maybe being able to save the potion.
There's a Mire Small in Eastern. First thing of note that we found. First try, let's go.
Nice bomb jumps by both of our runners today. I think both of them hit it first try, so well done.
All right, our last available check for Windfox in Eastern Palace, the vanilla big key chest. And it is the mirror!
Okay.
Ooh, boy. All right. That's a big find for Windfox. When is he going to make his way up to East Death Mountain with that?
That's the hard part is there's like I'm just looking at the map and I'm like there's so many checks that are right there for Wind right now. Like K45, left side race game.
Here's Laser Bridge.
And now even more stuff. It's poof.
Laser Bridge coming up. Mostly empty. There's a big key to, or a small key for Pod. That is Windfox's second, but the fourth that we found. Malmo with a good point in chat that Thieves Town is up there on the mountain. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that with and Windfox has the Thieves-Town keys. So that might pull him up there, which would be great news. Needs that hook shot sooner rather than later. There's Sin's bow. Now, have we found like we've been talking about the hook shot a lot. What, if anything, has been locked by the hook shot so far?
Nothing explicitly.
So far,
it's been a lot of just mobility and
I mean routing efficiency. Really,
we had a pod small behind the hook in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah.
So nothing major, just ease of gameplay is the best way to put it.
And also, it puts Swamp in squarely in our runners' minds as well. Although we are still missing that small key.
We do have a connector at left race game. We'll see where this leads now. Hey, there's Bumper Ledge.
All right, good to find. Great to find once you've got the mirror. What are you doing? Why did we mirror? Did we already find a connector up there?
I don't have it marked off. I think he just skipped it.
Fox, why? Why? Just mirror.
Yes, both of our runners have activated their flutes.
Right. There goes Cold Stare for Sin. Gonna tie up the crystal count at 2 apiece. Yeah, Windfox just did not mirror there.
We're kind of curious as to what happened. I mean, maybe just was immediately like, I've got Graveyard Ledge, but that's a shocker of a move, honestly.
Surely we must have seen that entrance.
I don't have it marked, so like either I've missed something or yeah.
Our runners following each other through the Lost Woods portal here. It's possible that he just spaced, like that happens to me certainly a bunch. Has definitely been my downfall in races before.
And this is one of the dangers of cross keys. Like, this is what makes this mode hard, is you have a lapse of what did I do or not do, and for 1 second, and it completely throws you the rest of the race. Like, let's say that's GT. Like,
Yeah.
when does he get back to it?
Right. When he gets back to it is right now, I guess. He realized that what he did, and he is rectifying that immediately. So at least that's good. You know, obviously spending a little extra time here. But if this is important, he will find it right away.
Yeah.
Ooh, and
And
it
a
was
good,
blindside.
yeah.
Oh boy.
That could have been really bad.
For you. All right. Sin's got a full clearable Eastern to take the crystal lead here. Blind Tut has a map of Thieves Town, a big key to Misery Mire. That's a pendant. And a Quake Medallion, which is required for the TR entrance. And just some bombs. So, unclear as of yet how that those basically 2 checks that Blind Tut opens up, but it's 2 that he could have been looking, 2 ice rods basically that could have been just about anywhere, and Windvox has them now, so that's good. Thieves Town is a crystal.
As is Swamp Palace.
So yeah.
So not only do we logically need the flippers in order to get this Eastern Big Key, but we'll need them for Swamp.
For sure. Where are the flippers? Thinking about Go mode here in terms of items. We need the flippers, we need the Cane of Samaria, and we need the Ice Rod. In terms of key... Oh, thanks, game. Is
So
this even randomized?
Bow. We could have lived without the Ice Palace bow, and we could have still beaten Eastern. Bravo, game.
Thanks, game.
So Wind is heading up the mountain, unfortunately going up the Light Death Mountain side instead of taking that desert connector into Floating Island.
So like loses a little bit of time, but is going to be able to check
going for the pod clear.
And check the Hera entrance as well.
Ooh, I'm not sure I'm a fan of this play. I just realized Wind only on 1 small key. This is just for a Helma kill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Big chest as well.
He already did big chest.
Oh, we didn't have the pot. We didn't have the.
We had the pod big key. He skipped Stalfos basement. So I don't see him getting Stalfos basement. He can't get the Hellway, and he can't get the vanilla big key chest.
Yeah. Pro tip, friends: just open the front door. Just open the front door, and that way, just open the front door. You know, like. It's not worth it to go through the right side so many times. You'll find the keys. Good Zelda Gamer room there by Sin.
You know, this is what makes cross keys such an interesting and difficult mode. If you I think some of Windfox's decisions I disagree with, even if I was in his shoes. But like, you can see how the fact that not finding that hook shot has led Windfox down this road, and you know what kind of course corrects him to get these items.
Yeah, it's like in non-entrance modes, in non-cross keys, right? You know, you skip 1 check and you are pretty punished, right? In cross keys, that's still true, but it's all about sequencing, right? And it's all about when you find things that like let you route in the things that you have skipped efficiently. And sometimes you find those things and it's nice, and sometimes you don't, and you skip something in the first 5 minutes and you never find a time to go back there, and you're screwed. I'm not saying WinFox is screwed at this point, but like being efficient with your routing and is so key in cross keys.
Yeah. And unfortunately, like what you're seeing is like even if like there's nothing in pod here besides just beating this boss, like this still is, it's the efficiency of the route that is building for Sinhi that Wind is not going to be able to take advantage of.
That's gonna be bottle percent for WinFox, or bottle percent once Sinhi fights Helma.
Yeah, and as Warfjig is saying, like it comes down to that go mode item. Like
Yeah.
we think WinFox is behind. Could that change immediately? Yes.
I mean, like if you remember the cross keys match between WinFox and Danny Music last week, right? We were talking about this earlier. Looked like WinFox was behind the entire time, but that Hyrule Castle small key that he got at Zora turned out to be super important, and that was Danny's last thing to find, and that ended up being really problematic. So. No, and he's fluting away. No, WinFox, no, what are you doing?
I kind of agree with this because, as I said, I want him, I think, go through this desert entrance to
Okay, all right,
the
good.
floating island. Yep.
Good. Okay, all right.
And
You're
this
right.
is the better route for him.
This is a better
Yep.
way to get there.
Yeah, and this is going to give him Thieves Town clear.
Yes. No, you're right.
But it looks like Sinhi's going to have the magic to get out of this cave.
Nice heart refill too. Thanks, Spike Cave.
Yep. Floating island just with a map today, and since I think we've got full info,
we
we're
do
able
have
to
full
skip
info
this.
at this point.
Sinhi? Oh, we're done with those checks. Okay. And is this... Okay, this is going to be Dark Lumberjack and... Nice connector there.
God Pixel, let's go. Nice
Awesome
one.
hit there.
That is, for some reason, I don't know why, but it is easier to hit the pixel if you dash straight out of the door without moving forward first.
Yep.
I have not figured out why it's easier, but I did that for the first time today and nailed it first try. So, for whatever reason, it's easier to do that. There's our book in the back of Thieves Town. Heads up by Sin to bomb this open. Gonna have to be careful to not despawn this full magic.
Besides that book so far, I don't think we've really gotten anything of major importance.
Yeah, Ganon is at the Uncle Drop Down today. Thanks to Malmo and Garrison for explaining that to me. Makes sense that it keeps you on grid, and then dashing is 4 pixels a frame. So that also keeps you on grid.
I just realized we have not seen GT at all yet.
No, we have not. Nice bomb
Very,
setup for that.
yeah. A nice blind fight over on Wynn's side. But all we found really was the book.
Do get that crystal, though. Wynfox is 4th.
That's the thing. Wynn has been very good on clearing crystals. Although, where are we going? Oh, we're going over for the
Check
tablet.
check the Ether tablet here. Yeah, Sakura Swarm making a good point. GT might be hiding in the mire area. We have not found any way into that yet. No connector and no mitts.
Did we see where the connector at Dark Lumberjack went?
I think Wynfox came out that connector, but I am not sure.
I hadn't been sure if we saw...
There's Arcane of Samaria
Wow.
on the Ether tablet.
So yeah, at this point, Sinhi needing to go through that left race game connector to get to Bumper Ledge.
It didn't gotta be Kane, but it was.
Yep.
Okay, Sinhi actually is showing us this connector. I could have sworn that this is how Wynfox came to the Dark World. Oh, no, it's Left Side Desert. So we had not seen that. Book was in the Thieves Town attic.
And that middle drop down does lead us to the chicken hut. Yeah, and nothing.
Wynfox finally going to get the hook shot here.
He's also going to get his chance at Mothula.
Do you kill Mothula here?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's been a lot. Like, you're here. It's a quick kill. Take it down.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Wynfox now, like, a mire dip for him is a full clearable mire.
That's true. We know Hera is available somewhere. Ped in Logic. Ped still alive. Could be the Ice Rod.
Yeah, I mean, Hera, of course, as well as Castle Tower, still behind those flippers.
Right. All right. Sin in the back is in Thieves Town, going to get his book, which will lead to the Cane of Samaria over on Ether Tablet. Wynfox finding Pendant Moth right now. This is a good race.
Yeah. When going for those spins, very hard to set these up just because of the spikes. Like, it's so easy to clink off of a spike and lose your spin, but nicely done.
You get a tempered sword. Totally worth it.
And that's going to be Wynn's first pendant. So he's got 5 dungeons cleared, 4 crystals, 1 pendant. Meanwhile, Sinhi at 3 crystals and a pendant, about to get his 4th crystal. Silvers are in Eastern Palace Big Chest. Unfortunately, Wind wasn't able to get the Eastern Palace Big Key yet. Sinhe logic broke that in Dark Shopping Mall.
So we still need an ice rod. We still need the flippers.
And we need a Swamp Small as a result.
And we need a Swamp Small. I think that is it. Those are the things that we are looking for. We have Samaria. It was on the Ether tablet, which Sim will be able to get here soon. That Tempered Sword could be interesting too.
Yeah, we'll see if Sinhe goes after that.
I don't see Sinhe going down, making a trip down the mountain just to kill Moth.
That's the thing. Like, you're gonna have to go over to your left to get your Samaria here, and I think that's a reasonable play.
Oh, Plumerian Knight pointing out though that Sin might not know that Skull Woods is a pendant.
Well, and the thing is that I would say the other piece for Sin that I really like here is that middle drop down.
Oh, that's true.
Like, I think you get Ether Tablet and still return anyway because you want to do middle drop to check those two entrances. We know they're nothing, but Sinhe has not checked them. And here we go, desert front entrance as well.
Oh, and there is an item here. We still need the ice rod, still need the flippers, need a swamp small key for go. There's a small key. Is it swamp? No, it's not. The ped cannot be the flippers because Hera is in Dark Shopping Mall locked by the flippers.
So Sinhe is skipping Ether Tablet for now, instead going with the play for the drop down. Wind Fox, I think either this is top of Hyrule Castle or it's Meyer, and it's top of Hyrule Castle.
Ooh, Lady Laura Linda pointing out there is a small key on Zora Ledge.
Oh, gross.
Might be able to route that in with Dark Shopping Mall for Wind Fox.
Then he's gonna get that Tempered Sword.
All right. New checks here from Wind Fox. We haven't seen the top of Hyrule Castle checks. Hyrule Castle left is a connector. We'll come back to that. That might head to the Meyer area.
Yeah, we're running out of connectors.
Nope. All right, game. Okay.
Glorious connector.
And there's another one.
And that rounds out the bumper connector we found earlier.
All right. So a whole bunch of useless connectors on top of Hyrule Castle today.
Is Meyer required?
Might not be. Yeah, we saw the others half a bumper somewhere.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, of what we have left. I know chat was mentioning front of TR is a really good option right now.
That seems really interesting. 3 items there.
And we have the keys to put it in logic.
Where is the front of TR? Or have we seen the front entrance?
I don't think we've seen the front of TR.
So we'd have to get there from the middle.
Yeah. And with all 4 keys, that is now in logic, so...
Wind Fox showing us K45 and presumably Bombo's tablet afterwards.
And Sinhe going back for Ether Tablet.
And
Pod.
Probably. Yeah.
With 4 pod smalls, that's a good play.
Absolutely. can get a couple items in there as well. Gonna do Ether Tablet first, though.
And I think Wind is going to give us Bombos Tablet as well.
Yep.
Because I don't see anything else in this area that he hasn't already checked.
Yeah, you know, may end up running from here to maybe a Splash Delete down to Dark Shopping Mall at this point. Where the heck are those flippers, Jesse?
Right? Like, that's massively important for the seed.
TR front seems really sus.
I was about to say, like, they're right here on Bombos Tablet.
Right.
But yeah, no.
All right, here's Pod for Sin. After getting that Cane of Samaria up on Ether Tablet, Windfox is listening to us and headed into Turtle Rock. If you're just joining us, we need 3 items for Go Mode. We need the Flippers, we need the Ice Rod, and we need the Swamp Palace Small Key. We have all of our, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a loaded TR already. This seed would not shock us if there was more.
Yeah, we had the our first glove locked by 4 TR Smalls in the lava chest, and then Chain Chomps had our Moon Pearl.
And we have found all 4 TR Smalls since then across our 2 runners. Sinhi does have all of them, so we know that they're all in logic.
So still looking for the mitts here. Mitts could be important if anything is Meyer, because I'm pretty sure that we've seen all of our connectors at this point.
Oh, and yeah, Plumerionite pointing out Hammer was already here as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. TR has been just everything. It has been all the mobility pretty much, or all the Dark World access. So watch Mitts be in here for more Dark World access.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, all 3 of our Dark World access items in TR. Oh, Cross Keys is fun.
So this is going to be crystal number 5 for Sinhi coming up to take back the crystal lead. Small key 2, skull, and the cape.
All
Nothing.
Right. So that is bad, but we can check the front entrance here. So this could also be our Meyer access.
Yeah, this could be that back door to Meyer. And we're running out of entrances.
Yeah.
We also have access to DDM Bridge.
Ooh.
So Mimic Cave could be something.
You're right. And we found that early, right?
Yeah. We had a connector to there. But TR front is Meyer area.
Here is Misery Meyer. We have seen both the Spike Cave entrance and Spike Cave itself.
Yeah, the bottom exit of Paradox Cave is DDM Bridge. And the interesting thing about this, that is, I don't think Windfox went out bottom of Paradox.
No, he didn't.
So he might not even know that exists right now.
Misery Meyer small.
And a compass in the vanilla big key chest of Pod. So Sinhi's gonna be leaving behind the harmless hellway of Pod.
This is tough for Windfox here. Like, not though that Paradox Cave was so early.
Yep.
And Bombos needed for the Meyer area, or the Meyer main entrance. So we can't get in there just yet. But that's and here's GT. Here we go. That Paradox entrance could be a hard last location.
But I think at this point, like, this is the play.
Oh, yeah.
The GT's got to have something.
It's got to have something. if not everything. Could easily have everything that we need. Windfox has 2 GT smalls. Our tracker says that Sinhi has 0. Not sure if that is accurate. It can be tough to keep track of all these small keys.
The mushroom.
Thanks. A mushroom.
Thank you, game.
Thank you.
We have already seen the shovel. Shovel was on right side desert. We saw that Bison. He picked it up and stole it.
And then scummed it because
Yeah.
he had stolen the desert small key from the back. So that's why it's not listed on your trackers. I mean, Sinhi is... there's a quick thing in chat that if Shroom is something, Sinhi is in trouble. Sinhi is going to get that mushroom.
Yeah.
It is extremely common to do tile room just on your first trip through GT in Cross.
Yeah, if I was going to say that there's something to worry about for Sinhi here, it is actually, I would say Firebar Room.
Yeah.
Because Windfox has enough keys to full clear GT. If Sinhi really has... Even one key here for Sinhi is not enough to full clear GT basement. He'll have to make a skip if he wants to do everything. Like, there's gonna be a spot he doesn't visit.
And according to Sinhi's tracker, he has a single GT small. A bug net.
A vanilla
and
small!
A vanilla small key. Thank you, game.
You know, all that... 2 vanilla smalls!
Oh, there you go. Bailed out. So feel free to ignore everything we just said.
Yep.
Now the climb's enlarging.
Yeah.
And we're doing it, because there's not much else.
And that's the thing, like, for Sinhi at this point, it's clear. Like, this is the play. If I'm Windfox, I think there is an argument to be made for Meyer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he bails, but, like, I could see clearing out the basement and saying, I don't want to do the climb, and I'd rather do Meyer for 8.
There is an item, I believe that Forest Thief is at the Pyramid Hole. So there is an item there. That's 5 items on the climb. Looking for Ice Rod Flippers and the Swamp Palace Small Key.
And that's the thing, like, if we get the items to do any of these things, like, if you get the Ice Rod... Actually, if I get Ice Rod, I do Trinex and bail. Okay.
Oh, nice bombos. There are the flippers.
Castle Tower small.
Small. Interesting. All right. So that's good for when Fox needs those flippers to go over and find the Castle Tower over at Dark Shopping Mall to get the Eastern Palace Big Key. We'll end up doing Tower of Hera in there. I think there was nothing in Tower of Hera.
And unfortunately here, Swamp Small is actually dangerous.
Yeah.
That is the most... Like, if you're rooting for Windfox, him getting Swamp Small here is one of the worst possible items. Because that just sends him further away, I think, from finding Hera and Castle Tower.
Yeah. Rip Bob. Another pod small.
Okay.
Was there anything in Hera? No, not to my recollection.
No,
but
it's just
it's quick. It had its own big key, and so hard not to clear it when you find it there. But the real thing in Dark Shopping Mall was Castle Tower, which had the Eastern Palace big.
Which also, you know, is our silvers, and unfortunately, this Ice Armos fight getting away from Wind a little bit.
Yeah, if you don't get the early setup on this fight, it can be difficult. But 1 arrow to spare. Saha turn-in was also garbage. Yes. There is
Undersword?
Sword number 4 and nothing else. Do you climb
Okay.
if you're Windfox? Will he climb? Yes.
He's going for the climb. Wow. I think Sinhee. Oh, I think Sinhee does as well.
I think so too. Yeah.
Like, I think for Sinhee, there's not a lot better.
Windfox short on arrows though. He can mimic clip.
I think he can mimic clip this.
Yeah. Oh, not even using the block to make one of them faster. He said, I don't mimic clip.
Yeah, if anybody's curious what Tyler's talking about, you can actually use the blocks along the bottom of the screen to do a shorter clip. It's a little easier along the bottom there.
Oh, had both of them. There we go. All right, and now there are some arrows in this room, so you can just pick them up. Or just do the mimic clip for swag, whatever.
Well, and this is an easier clip. You might say there's BMOS in this room. How do you do this clip? They're going to fire at you. The thing is that they don't, because the fact that the screen is so overloaded with enemies means the BMOS just don't or can't do anything.
Nice and quick there. Is it because you didn't kill the mimics from the other room?
Yes.
Interesting.
Now, I will say for Windfox, I think there's reasons to say that he should do other things here. Like, the Meyer play is the big one. I know Meyer's a pendant, but it's 8 items that I think is quicker than GT here. I think the part that makes it hard for either runner to want to bail is just how hard it is to get here.
Exactly. You know, you have to go through the front of TR from the middle. We don't have the mitts. The mitts could be up here for all that we know. I am 100% on board with doing the climb here. It's 5 items, and you have no idea when you're going to get back to GT. Sin, however, is out.
I think this is the Meyer check. This is the one thing that we skipped here, was we got Bombos to check the Meyer entrance.
That is a good point. This could be very big.
And this has kind of been the story of the race. It's not that, like, I would say the execution-wise, like, pretty similar, but Sinhee's just been that right degree of thorough throughout this race and really on the ball on those checks.
Yeah, like we were talking about this earlier, just the details that Sinhee has been on top of that Windfox has not been. So far, Windfox has not been super punished by it. Like, there was nothing there on the Misery Meyer opening. That one was... you know, so that doesn't get punished by that. There have been a couple other things that he skipped that he hasn't gotten punished for. Gotta actually light that torch, though. There you go. And so, but very easily could have gone the other way on any of those little details.
That's the thing, like, Wind was here in this area, and I feel like has made skips in this area that are not in his best interest. And the thing is, I will say, I think this play from Sinhee's the best one he has available. Like, we know there's a small key on the Zora ledge. And we still haven't checked, like, Hobo. But Sinhee's been a little bit more thorough up to this point, so this is his dense play.
And again, as a reminder, there is an item behind the climb. Nothing on the climb itself.
I mean, we could just have a vanilla swamp small. When does that ever happen?
That'd be great. That would be great.
Yes, and Spec Rock Cave did have a key inside of it. We just have not found that side of Spec Rock.
Oh, have we not? Oh, man.
No. And I think that's going to be mitts locked at this point.
I think so, yeah. Where is Swamp House? It's somewhere easy, right?
By the way, Zaf, I only mention it because it's happened to me. Sorry, what was that, Tyler Salt?
Oh, where's I don't remember where the swamp entrance is.
Swamp is over by Desert Palace. It's the desert area cave.
The Desert
not
Ferry,
Agena. Yeah, the Desert Ferry.
Okay, that's right. I was like, I knew it was somewhere pretty early. All right, we're gonna find out whether this climb was required. We did find all 4 GT smalls. Does put this in logic. That small key on Zora Ledge is living large too, looming large. Which Windfox hasn't seen at all. Oh, and nothing on the climb. Just a piece of heart behind the pyramid.
Yeah, we've had a purely vanilla bow today, and we've had 2 French vanilla big keys.
Where is Windfox off to now? Not the dam.
Unfortunately, I think, like, after you finish that check, like, so he's doing the flipper checks. Unfortunately, like, from where he was, Pyramid to Dark Shopping Mall would have been his best bet.
Yeah.
Like, even for
Then you
Hobo,
could just- then you
if
could
he
just-
started at Pyramid, he would have been better off. He could have mirrored to backdoor Hobo.
Yeah.
Like, there's unfortunately some slightly better routing decisions to be made here. And I feel like there's definitely some stress building.
Yeah, like as you get more stress as it gets later in the siege, you start to rely on like it's not exactly muscle memory, right? But this is a way that I know to get to this, and so I'm gonna go do this, right? And your thought process of, wait, is there a better? This is cross keys. Is there a better way I could do this in the moment? Is
and like the fact that
is
we did a full GT climb for nothing, I think that's gonna really worry you when you're this late in a seed. Like my opponent could have very easily skipped these checks.
All right, Windfox is going to be the first runner to get that that small key on Zora Ledge. Isn't he going to show us the funniest connector I've ever seen?
Watch this be our 6th pod small, and we just have it's harmless. Yeah. We do know this is a shield here. Windfox is going to skip it. We've got 1 shield. We're plenty well situated.
That's all you need, really.
And that small key is for Meyer.
Oh no. Meyer's got to be Windfox's next play, right? It is fully in logic at this point. It's 8 items.
Yeah, if he doesn't play Meyer here, I'd be shocked. Like, maybe you check first chest of Swamp for haha vanilla checks, but like, I gotta... Why are we going to TR here?
There's still a check left in here. Oh, but it's trying.
Windfox is Windfox going back for? Why are you going to Laser Bridge? Okay, are you going back to the front to check the rest of Meyer area again?
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Really? Like?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this play at this point.
I don't like this at all.
Like, I think the fact that you played hard for GT Climb tells you cannot make this call.
Yeah. I understand the impulse, right? shit,
Yeah.
I forgot this. Sorry, I'm on SpeedGaming. My bad. Sorry, SpeedGaming. I forgot this. I need to deal with it right away, or else it's never going to be there. And that's when something is going to be important, and I'm going to have to come back to it. Right? I understand the impulse, but at this point, man, what a garbage thing to have to go back to.
Yeah. And this is a few entrances, I think, because I think Wind skipped not only the Mire entrance, I think he skipped the Light World Desert checks here. Maybe he didn't, but like I know the Mire entrance he didn't open. So but what does that leave for Sinhee? Because Sinhee's been extra thorough in this match.
Does Sin have the Mire big? Where was the Mire big?
Oh, was that our? I think that might have been our left side race game to Blind's Hut.
Oh.
That is a huge advantage for Wind at this rate.
Have we seen what's on the mushroom turn in?
No, I don't think we've seen that either.
Okay, so Sin just put in the mushroom. The magic shop is somewhere nice.
Rocks.
Bonk Rocks. Okay.
I wonder if this is mirror checks though for Sinhee first. So do Bombos Tablet and Left Side Race Game and K45, figuring one of these is going to be a connector to Bumper. I think this is like, once again, we cannot sing Sinhee's praises enough on some of these decisions today. Like, this is a smart choice, realizing I have not found the connector up to Bumper. I wonder if it matters.
By the way, SpeedGaming chat, in a tizzy, WinFox is checking the pedestal.
Definitely a check he is known to like checking. It is the Ether Medallion.
It is a useless ether. It's a trackable item, though. Chat in shambles.
It
the
freezes,
first...
just not...
Oh, I was hoping that was the Swamp Small. Oh, no.
Mire for WinFox. This has to be it.
Yeah. We got two... Essentially, we've got two ice rods to find. We got the real ice rod. Oh, this is Dark Shopping Mall for WinFox. This is good.
Okay.
So we've got basically two ice rods to find. We've got the ice rod and the Swamp Small, which is essentially an ice rod. At this point.
Hey, Big Bomb. Oh, this actually is really not a bad thought. As we were saying earlier, we still haven't seen Spec Rock.
Yeah, that's true.
This could be Spec Rock for the key.
Where is Mire Big, and does Sinhee have it? Sinhee does not have it. This is the advantage that you asked about earlier. The Mire Big is in Blind's Hut, which is at the the light bumper cave, connected from I believe connected from race game,
left side race game.
Yeah, so a little bit of a chain to get there.
Yeah, a chain of mirror.
All right, this is new information from Sin. There's the Eastern Palace big key for WinFox.
And Pyramid Fairy is nothing.
Just a lettuce fairy. There's another small key hanging out there.
Yeah, there's that small key we saw, and we have not found that entrance.
That's wild. All right, here's a full clearable Hera for WinFox. So we're going to leave a little bit of time.
Yeah, and I keep pointing out the other one, Mimic Ledge, Mimic Cave entrance. We
Yeah.
know where it is, bottom of Paradox. And that was the one entrance we said we were kind of scared for Windfox on because he never went out the bottom of Paradox.
Yeah, we found Paradox super early as well.
So like each runner's just had these small holes, but I feel like they're building a little bit more on Windfox's side right now.
I totally agree.
And it could turn, like we've been saying as well, Cross Keys is just a mode that will turn around in an instant.
All right, here is going to be the Mire Big and Quake for Sin.
And yeah, as Worf's pointing out, like doing the basement first is a really interesting call.
Okay. Taking a second to track and think about it. Wait a minute. Have I seen all my, like, is there anywhere I still need a connector to? Yes.
Have I seen all my dark connectors? No, I have not. And so he's like, yeah, I need this. This is a good connector. And going to be happy finding Blind's Hut.
Yep, that gets us 3 checks. It gets us the big chest, it gets us Vitreous, and it gets Quake in here also. It will get us the Vanilla Turtle Rock entrance. And
Flipfield bringing up a really interesting point. Windfox can hover. If he goes for the hover of
Spec Rock,
and it is the Swamp Small Key, complete turnaround here, folks.
Yeah, that's a huge, absolutely race reset at that point.
Yeah, that key looks to be Mitz locked right now, and like there's the opportunity for Wind.
Yeah, and he might go back to it. In fact, it makes sense to not do that your first try. You got one more cave. You want to check this entrance. It's Hera. You clear it, and then because if you fail that hover, you are stuck. You are out the other end, the side entrance, which is not the one that we need. And you'd have to make your way all the way back there. You get one shot at that hover.
Looks like we're gonna get the ped read also on Sinhee's side. Good moment to check it because he's probably about to head right back to Mire.
We got 2 hours in to this Pseudoboots Cross Keys race. This is game 1 of the Open League Finals of the Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 5 between Farm Friends and Great Name Pending. And here comes a big hover for Windfox. Oh, no! All right.
Great effort on it.
Yeah, almost got there.
If you're enjoying rando action today here on Speed Gaming, do remember we have game 1 of the Invitational Finals following this race.
That will be a hell of a race. That is Pugs and OK Dudes featuring Error, former world record holder in NMG, and Telethar, who is a damn good Cross Keys player, playing some more of this mode.
Yeah, this is going
immediately
to be a
following
great
this race.
Yeah, so if you have been enjoying the Pseudoboots Cross Keys, we've got another game coming up right after this. And I will say the commentators we have on that one are also amazing, so do stick around.
Adirondack Rick and Tracy M, 2 of the best Cross Keys commentators out there on the mic for that one.
Sinhee going for the Vitreous kill. I'm not sure where Windfox is headed.
Neither am I.
Did we see the mushroom? Did anybody check Magic Shop yet?
No, nobody's checked Magic Shop yet. I think both of them have turned it in.
Oh, this is Eastern for Wind.
Eastern.
Yeah,
okay.
That makes sense. Yeah. That will tie up the crystal count again.
Windfox still hasn't been through that connector to East Death Mountain.
I mean, at this point, it's not a problem. It's just more of
it's just funny.
Yeah, this is a double dip for wind, so that's the unfortunate piece here is the Sinhi sequence breaking the Eastern Big Key was able to full clear this dungeon first trip.
We're gonna get a vanilla bow coming up here. Always a crowd pleaser. I want more people to learn the 3 arrow strat in the Stalfos room. It's so quick and it's pretty easy.
Vitreous bullying Sinhi a little bit here, unfortunately causing him to miss the 0 cycle. But still, clean up that fight nicely. We had plenty of health, no real danger.
And
it's not
nothing.
Viddy.
Not even waiting for that pendant.
Nope.
The Swamp Small has got to be, I think, up on the laser bridge, or up on the TR bridge at this point. And the Ice Rod in Swamp. That seems like the most likely situation.
Yeah, Mimic Cave, Colin. And I think really,
here's your mushroom spot.
Yep.
Oh, it's a swamp palace. The mushroom.
Here we go. So that small key inspect rock. What can it be? Is that just our last pod small?
I think that's just the last pod small. Windfox has got to go there right now to have a chance. And I don't think that he's gonna. We are still not in go mode. We're still looking for the Ice Rod, but the odds are really good that that Ice Rod is here in Swamp Palace at this point. If the Ice Rod is in Swamp Palace, this is GG.
Yeah, and if Windfox just skips out on Meyer still, like, he's in pretty decent shape, but like, what's the options? That Ice Rod's here and this is go mode, or it's Mitts and it's a Mitts check locked for Ice Rod? I think that's it.
I think that's it, yeah. Mitts and Swamp at after like plus 2 hours in us Cross Keys Seed is hilarious, though.
I mean, I think the hard part is like, if you're Windfox, what do you do? Like,
there's I guess Harmless Hellway is out there as well.
Like, Wind can go do the, like, Wind could get the Swamp Small and end up in Swamp Palace with Sinhi, and I think that's good. But even then, if you get Mitts, are you gonna go and do like Smith Chain, or are you gonna end up in Mire? Like, how long can he say, I'm not checking Misery Mire?
All right, here's the mushroom from Windfox. This is good news. And a nice fast way to get back there, too. Isn't he skipping left side swamp, or at least delaying it?
And I like the call, given what we are still, like, we're down to 1 item for go.
We have seen the shovel check. It looks like neither of our runners the shovel, but the shovel was in right side desert, which Sinhi stole the key from. Stole the key from the back of desert and then scummed it. So shovel, it has been checked. And the mushroom was in tile room of GT. Nice nice start to the quick kill there by Sin. He can't get the whole thing, but a lot of that is luck. So.
Yeah, partly dependent upon Argus aggression.
Small key to pod.
There's the 6th pot small.
So Harmless Hellway still out there.
This is going to be a best of 5 series. The first 3 games are guaranteed. Winvox versus Sinhi. We're going to have Breve versus Tabby Cat in Casual Boots, as well as Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna versus Top Life in 1 of 5 or 4 modes. So, yeah. So, yeah, first to 3.
That Spec Rock key, I think, yeah, is the Hyrule Castle small key at this point. Or is there a third? There's a third Skull Woods key out there too.
Oh, are we still missing a skull key? Okay.
Yeah. Although they might have different. They might have different keys. This is interesting if Winfox goes left first.
I don't think he does. Like, you're 1 from go. You can't do left side first.
Yeah.
Can you?
I mean, it is faster if you do it first. You know, it's faster because if you come back in, you can't dive her down. But it's even faster if the ice rod is in the back. So yes.
Yeah, this is the game 1 of the finals of the Open League. Game 1 of the Invitational League is also today.
Yeah, that is at 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time right here on SpeedGaming Prime. Error versus Telethar, and there's Telethar in chat. We are still looking for that ice rod here. Moment of truth here on Sinhi's side. If you're Winfox, do you skip left side?
I mean, he's got so many skips right now. And there's the mirror shield for Sinhi.
Lol.
Like, it's so hard to think that you're going to skip anything when it's
and the mitts! Why is that there?
Oh, no! There's always a glove and swap.
What is this, avian art?
This is gonna be Smith Chain. Like, where else do you go?
Oh, man. I haven't eaten lunch yet. This is ridiculous.
And right. Winfox is not going back in.
Wow. Oh, that really feels like GG.
And it's for Meyer, I think. Like, understandably so. He's got such, like, not great options. For him, like, the Meyer play makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think... Oh, interesting. That's right, because the Smith is... We're playing cross keys. The Smith is somewhere else.
Yeah, the Smith is over at Lake Hylia. The Lake Hylia shop is that. So, Sinhi's setting up to be able to flute back to Kakariko and do purple chest as required.
Yeah, I forgot that this is cross keys for a second. I was like, what is he doing?
Boomerang.
All right. We got a boomerang for everybody in this seed. There's a boomerang for you people, and for you boomerang people, and for you people of culture. We had the okay boomerang earlier.
And the fact that Sinhi is still checking an entrance tells me we're also missing an item entrance, maybe. Because I think keys-wise, like, yeah, we didn't find the Spec Rock entrance, but did we miss an item entrance somewhere?
There still might be something up on I haven't been keeping track of the item caves.
I feel like we've
But
seen all the multi-item caves, so
we've
it could
definitely seen
just
all
be a
the multi-item
single.
caves. Yeah, it's like Bonkrock's cave, or have we seen Hammerpeg's cave?
I don't think so. So yeah, that might be the kind of entrances we're missing right now. But we have a small key on purple chest. There's our last skull small. So yeah,
Okay,
I think you're right. That's the Hyrule Castle
that's the
small.
Hyrule Castle small in Spec Rock.
In terms of mountain checks,
So sorry, just Lady Laura Linda, one of our trackers today. Shout outs to trackers, Lady Laura Linda, Plumeria Knight, saying that we have not seen Agina's cave and we have not seen Cave 45 as far as item caves are concerned. So one of those could still be at the Mimic Cave entrance.
yeah, and we're gonna start with the Harmless Hellway. So
This is in Logic. We've now got all 6 pod small keys. Is this the ice rod? No, it's not. We continue.
we're heading for a high CR here, folks.
Ooh boy, are we ever. Everybody's getting their money's worth here today. Make sure, you know what? We haven't said this before. Make sure that you follow our runners. Zsinhe and Winfox 470. They've been putting in work for you here today with this seed, for sure.
And you will be seeing these runners next season as part of the Invitational League. Both Great Name Pending and Farm Friends, as well as the teams they took down in the conference finals, will be in the Invitational League next season.
Shout outs to your old team, Amish Paradise, for making it this season.
Yeah, as well as the other team from the that Great Name Pending took down, which was Saha's Kids. So those are our 4 teams that will be into the Invitational next year, or next season.
Congratulations or condolences as appropriate.
Yes. We look forward to seeing you there.
There's our ice rod. At 2 hours and 16 minutes and 3 seconds, Zsinhe is in a go mode. Great Name Pending gonna pick up a win in game 1 of this series. Mitts on left side swamp required. Chat, if you've got any questions that you want to make sure we ask our runners during a post-game interview, throw them in chat. To Winfox, what were you thinking?
I would say if this is pretty average for a cross keys, honestly.
Yeah.
In terms of length, I think there are seeds where you could go quicker or slower. It's really like there's no real way to make this seed really, really easy. It's like an item such as Ice Rod requiring mitts to get into TR is garbage no matter who you are.
Yep.
You talk to any runner, even like, you know, top invitational teams, they'll tell you the same thing. This is a garbage seed, and do not be shocked if any runner puts in a time similar to this.
No, absolutely. Nice 0 cycle Trinex there by Sin.
Only possible with that butter sword and well executed for sure.
It is possible to get a 0 cycle Trinex without that in Randomizer. If Trinex shows up somewhere else for some reason, he just waits longer to do the thing, and you can 0 cycle him.
Cross keys in general, 2 to 2.5 is pretty average times, I think, for at least nowadays. I think that's usually the times we're talking about. I would say newer runners closer to 3 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, generally speaking, for the experienced and like league playoff stuff, 2 to 2.5.
I think that the mark of a really good cross keys runner is to be able to get a sub 2, I would say.
Yes. A combination of a nice seed and good player could eat, you're looking for sub 2s.
Like I'm not new at cross keys, but I've only been playing more and more of it lately, and I've gotten one sub 2, but it was in a seed that I started in with boots. So what happened to Winfox is probably that he got the notification that he had lost the race and discarded his delay. So don't do that. But get your GGs in chat for Sin taking down Ganon.
Yep, finishing first overall with a 2:20.04. GG. And we'll see if we can get him in for some interview time.
.220.04, the official race time.gg time. Congratulations to Sin and Great Name Pending for taking game 1 of this finals series. What a fun race.
Yeah, I mean, if you love some trash locations, this was the seed for you.
We are joined by our winner, Zsin. How are you feeling after this race? GG's.
Well, that's difficult to put in words.
Ha!
I mean, after all, I rolled this, so I'm not entirely sure how to feel about this. Oh, it's the fetch quest once again. Oh, that's very nice. I actually forgot about that. I turned in the mushroom. Oh my god.
I think both of you did, because that mushroom was not early, sitting there in tile room, but it had been sitting around for a little while when you guys when y'all turn it in. So
yeah, it dawned on me when I was on Vitreous that I could have done that right after getting the Maya big key. That's that's partially my fault, but that ice rod was something else in the seat. Not only is it locked behind swamp, it's locked behind left side swamp as well. On top of that, that's just rude.
Any cross key seed where you need the mitts is bad. I think is a good rule. So I think that a big. Let's talk about. There was a big moment early on in the seed where you followed the Lost Woods connector, or the connector in the at Lost Woods chess game, and that brought you up to Eastern Death Mountain, where you found the hook shot, and you had that for a long time before Winfox found it. Talk about your philosophy when it comes to early connectors in cross keys.
It kind of depends on how quick I can get back to connectors. Like with the save and quit or the Sanctuary save and quit in the Lost Woods, it was quite easy to come back to those locations. I pretty much had only two options, either go north or go south to the entirety of Kakariko. And I mean, while I'm over there, it was the Brother Connector, I think, that was up there in the Lost Woods.
Yes.
It's not a bad connector to get back to, like, even if that leads to some part of the dark where I can just go back in and be in the Lost Woods again. Like, that also partially factors into that. And also, it's also kind of the reason I skipped Super Bunny at first as well. Because that's naturally a one-way, and there's so much other things to do in the same area. That's just not worth to do it right away. That's just my mentality. If I can get back to that connector quickly, or if I can backtrack quite easily, I will do it. But it doesn't have to be the correct play most of the time. Of course, you can end up in locations like checkerboard or hammer packs. I mean, it's still
somewhere where you can't get back in.
Yeah, it's kind of a gamble at the end of the day, but I'm willing to take the gamble if I can backtrack to that location rather fast.
Well, that paid off for you today. Did you give any thought to skipping left side swamp?
At point in time when I did swamp, I could not have afforded it. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. I was down to like left side swamp, and then I had mimic cave entrance left, so there was no way I was going to skip that.
Yeah, that was looming. That mimic cave entrance was looming for a long time. We were wondering, is that going to be the answer? We haven't seen that yet. But for that ice rod just absolutely gross in the sea. When there were a lot of, the real boots were pretty early, maybe thought that this was going to be a reasonable thing. But I think the other big thing for you was the sequence break down to Dark Shopping Mall. We wanted, if you watch this back, we were pretty complimentary of your kind of like small little routing decisions, like to be able to get things in just a little bit more efficiently than WinFox did. That served you well here today. Can you talk about that decision down there to sequence break Dark Shopping Mall?
I usually include it in my routing as well, even if I'm coming from the north. Like, I feel like it's one of those most obscure places to backtrack to, and if you're going to do the East Dark World, it's not that bad to backtrack. I mean, you could also take the hammer up north and then do a fake flipper up there to the locations down there, and it's even easier to route Palace of Darkness area in as well. It just so happened that Ice Lord Cave was literally located at the swamp location today, so I just took advantage of that fact in that regard.
That was really heads up play by you. So good job on that. All right. So in case you missed it in chat, WinFox is on vacation right now, so does not have his normal setup or a working microphone, so won't be joining us for an interview. But GG's to WinFox as well for this. He took home game 1 for Great Name Pending. Going up, we will see. We've got 2 more races guaranteed. Some casual boots, and do we know what mode the other players are playing for the power match?
I don't know yet.
Don't know yet. All right.
Top hasn't scheduled anything, so right. Unfortunately, I don't know myself.
That's all right. Make sure you look at speedgaming.org/schedule to keep track of when those races are coming. Thanks very much, Cindy. If there's anything else that you want to join, you want to put out there.
I want to join. Is there a letter race or something? No. No, I'm just gonna put it out there.
Are you going to miss playing Pseudo Boots Cross Keys now that you've played your last race of Pseudo Boots Cross Keys this season?
No, I'm not. I'd rather like do the new hype mode, the casual boots cross keys instead of real boots. But I mean, it was a nice experience doing it for once in the league setting, especially since I've been practicing cross keys so much lately. But meh. I still can't seem to put like reasonable times out on this mode. Especially like all of these pseudo X keys are always awful. I've never gotten a good time on this mode.
I will say, one of my own teammates took a look at a comparison of times between last season and this season with cross keys versus Pseudo Boots cross keys, and found the averages did not change drastically. Surprisingly enough, the Pseudo Boots did not help a ton this season.
No, I mean, probably because of the fact that you start with the dashing animation and you are more likely to check out of the way things first, so that kind of puts in the same amount of time.
Werf Jake had a question in chat. Would you rather have pseudo boots or no boots?
I'd rather have no boots.
Wow.
It completely changes your thinking. Like, I think that's what I've talked to a lot of people about, is like, you were saying going out of your way for checks, like, it feels better to go out of your way.
Yeah, but also, like, if that's the incorrect play, you're also wasting a lot of time doing that.
Exactly.
That's the downside to that. Like, it sounds nice that you can do stuff like Ice Lord Cave early, or maybe Agina, or hell, I don't know, Zora, but at the same time, if it isn't the logical required play at that point in time, that's completely pointless to do. So you would save that time on another end in that regard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Sin. Congratulations. GG's on the win today.
Yo, GG. Thanks for putting up the restream. Thanks for the commentating, tracking, etc. You guys are great.
Our pleasure. Thanks very much. Jesse, a delight to work this race with you.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
Thanks very much to Plumeri Knight and Lady Laura Linda for tracking. Tracking cross keys is no mean feat. So thank you to both of you for putting that together. And stick around. If you want more cross keys, we've got more cross keys. Game 1 of the Invitational League Finals is coming up here at the top of the hour here on Speed Gaming Prime. That is Error Roar of the perfect unadulterated gaming squad, the Pugs, versus Telethar of OK Dudes. That should be playing exactly this mode. Suda Boots cross keys here at the top of the hour on Speed Gaming Prime, calmed by two of the best in the business, Adirondack Rick and Tracy M. So stick around for that. Thank you all very much. Give our runners a follow. You can give us in the commentary booth a follow if you like as well. But for everybody else here on the crew and all of us here at Speed Gaming, my name is Tyler Saul. Thank you all very much for joining us. Stick around for Invitational League Finals at the top of the hour. Take a good. I don't have a. All right. Goodbye,
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.